If you've been struggling with your weight and your relationship to food, it's likely that you are resisting, that you are fighting. The inner struggle is what keeps the problem going. You must accept and embrace yourself completely before you can have change. And I know it feels like a paradox, and it could even be a little scary to surrender and accept, but the striving and the pushing is actually keeping the problem going. So acceptance is the key. Once you accept yourself completely, then you can start to treat your body and yourself with more respect, with more compassion, because fighting yourself, beating yourself into submission is not going to get you to where you want to be. It's not going to allow you to align with your health and fitness goals in a way that is sustainable. Maybe in the moment or in a short term, you will be able to reach your goals, but it's not going to last. So acceptance of yourself, acceptance of your body, acceptance of your circumstances right now is going to be the essential key to start to turn it around, Lise. So in today's video, we're going to do some tapping on self-acceptance. And once you accept yourself, then you can start to treat yourself and treat your body with more love, compassion, and respect. And once you have more love, compassion, and respect for yourself, the body will start to release excess weight. Your relationship with food will become healthier, more loving. Hi, I'm Maria LiPuma, and I help women stop emotional eating and end addictive food cravings. And in today's video, I'm going to guide you in a tapping sequence that's going to enable you to be more accepting and more compassionate with where you're at so that you can align more fully with your health and fitness goals. If you're new to tapping, there's going to be a link below that will tell you a little bit more about tapping. For today's purposes, follow along with me, taking full responsibility for yourself, your health and well-being. With tapping, we acknowledge the truth. Are you struggling with self-acceptance? Maybe you fear accepting yourself. Maybe there's resistance around self-acceptance. However you're showing up, just be honest with yourself. If there's that struggle, if you can feel that resistance, just notice how that feels. Maybe on a scale of 0 to 10, how much resistance do you have around self-acceptance? Maybe there's fear around it. Whatever's showing up for you, just embrace it and allow it. The key to change is by embracing it, accepting whatever's coming up for you. And through that point of acceptance, the healing, the release will occur. Tapping on the side of the hand. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Even though I'm struggling with accepting myself, I deeply and completely honor myself for showing up today. Even though it feels scary to accept myself and my body at this weight, today I choose to acknowledge that I'm showing up for myself and striving to change this. Even though it's been really difficult and challenging to accept myself at this weight, I'm so invested in the inner struggle and I'm afraid to let it go. Today I choose to acknowledge myself, have compassion for myself, and be curious about looking at this in a different way. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And just tuning into that feeling of resistance. Maybe there's fear around this. Maybe there's a part of you that's saying, I don't want to accept this. It's not acceptable. How can I accept myself, the way I look, my body? It's just not acceptable. How can you have some compassion for yourself? How can you be curious about what is really driving all of this? Tapping the top of the head. Even though I'm struggling with accepting myself and my body, Today I choose to acknowledge that I'm showing up for myself in the best way I can. Even though it feels really scary to accept myself. How can I give up this struggle? I want so much to change. I choose to accept that this is where I'm at, struggle and all. Even though I've been in this inner fight for so long, and I'm feeling exhausted, I'm afraid to give up the struggle. Accepting myself and my body just feels futile. I really want it to change. I really want to release excess weight. I really want to heal my relationship with food. How can accepting myself fully allow me to change? And even though I've been so invested in the struggle, and it's really not gotten me there, I wonder if I could start to look at this differently. What would it be like to accept myself without judgment, with compassion, curiosity? Start to look at myself, my body, my relationship with food in a different way. How can I be more accepting of myself today with grace and compassion? Release the judgment. Release the need to beat myself up. And release the struggle. Today I'm open to being more accepting of myself, to be more curious about the inner turmoil that I'm feeling, the struggle. Today I'm open to release the need to keep beating myself up, to give up the struggle, to give up the fight, and just accept myself. And as I accept myself and have more compassion for myself, maybe I can start to treat myself better. And even though it's really hard for me to accept myself, the way my body looks, the way I'm showing up in the world, today I'm choosing to start to shift that pattern. The struggling and the striving hasn't been working. The fighting, the inner turmoil is not getting me to where I want to go. I wonder if I can start to shift the way I look at this. And as I accept myself, I can start to treat myself with more grace and compassion and dignity. I'm open to being more accepting of myself, to release the struggle and to find some inner peace. And as I'm more accepting of myself and my body, I can be more compassionate with myself. And as I'm more compassionate with myself, I can start to treat myself and my body with more respect, with more dignity, including the way I feed myself, including the way I move my body. Today I choose to give up the striving, the beating myself into submission, so that I can be more loving and kind to myself. And as I'm more loving and kind to myself, I can begin to treat myself with more love and kindness. Today I'm open to respecting myself and my body, letting go of the struggle. And if there's resistance, I embrace that too. I choose to embrace myself however I'm showing up today. Resistance and all, inner struggle and all, excess weight and all. And as I learn to embrace myself and accept myself, I can come into a more loving and compassionate relationship with myself. And out of love and compassion, I can start to heal my relationship to food, my relationship to my body. Acceptance is the key. And as I'm more accepting of myself, I can be more generous and graceful with myself and begin treating myself with respect and compassion. I'm so grateful and appreciative that I'm showing up for myself in this way, that I'm taking a new approach to healing my relationship with food, to releasing excess weight, or any other changes I want to make in my life. I'm so grateful and appreciative that I'm taking the time to show up for myself in this way. And as I embrace myself fully today, I can take some gentle steps that demonstrate self-love and self-respect. Today I choose to honor and accept myself with grace so that I can align with my health and fitness goals more fully. That I can love and accept myself into health and well-being. Today I choose to give up the struggle and accept myself more fully. And even though I've been in this struggle for a long time, and I might even feel afraid of giving it up, today I choose to accept and forgive myself and let it go. I'm so grateful and appreciative that I can let this go with ease. And as I let go of the resistance and the struggle, I can bring more acceptance and grace into myself, into my body, into my mind and my spirit. And from that place of peace and presence, I can take steps that are more loving and gentle and kind to myself and my body. And take a deep breath in and let it go. Bring your hands to your heart. Take another breath in and let it go. And notice how you're feeling in your body, in your mind. This may have stirred up a lot for you. You want to keep tapping until you can start to release the resistance, because acceptance is the key to making any change. And we may have a lot invested in the struggle, and it might be frightening to surrender and give up. But once you surrender, you can actually take a new approach, a different approach. Because if you've been in the struggle for a long time, pushing harder is not going to solve the problem. It's doing different that will solve the problem. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know how this was for you. If you need extra support to unravel the knots that are keeping you stuck in self-defeating patterns around food, weight, and body image, go ahead and book a strategy call with me. It's free, and I'd be happy to chat with you and learn more about what your challenge is and if I could potentially help you. Until next time, keep taking good care of yourself. Bye now.